Hello everybody, I finally did it. I finally got in drag after kind of being lazy. It takes a lot to get in drag, so you guys, but I know you guys miss Cleopatra, and there's episodes of RuPaul's Drag Race that I have been slacking on, and there's tea, child, that we have to talk about. Thank you for being here. I am New Cleopatra. I am the drag version of Lamarr Townsend. So thank you all for being here. Make sure you like, share, subscribe to this YouTube channel. This is a late live stream. Sorry about it. But I thank you all to the late night crew who will show up, alright, down the line. I am available for personal readings. If you would like a personal reading, do not hesitate to reach out. As you guys know, I'm very accurate. I have predicted many things. And we'll see what predictions come out about Tiffany Haddish and Aries Spears, child. Oh wow, you guys are up. Hi Diana. Hi Karen. Hey everybody. We're back with the late night crew. Lisa says you look lovely. Thank you, Lisa. Yes, I'm so glad you guys are here. We'll have to take a shot, you guys, because we're going to need it. Alright, we're going to need a shot. Well, I'm going to need a shot. So, I'm so happy to be here. I'm so happy you guys are here. Hey V Lexi, thank you all for being here. Once again, if you would like a reading, I am available for personal readings. I do have some personal readings to get to this weekend. I have a birth chart reading to get to. I have 2 phone readings to get to. I have a Zoom reading. So I'm going to be busy this weekend, but you can still purchase your reading and kind of fit your reading in. If you want a reading the same day, the best way to get that is to purchase a phone reading. I have a 1-hour option, which is probably the most popular option other than the 30-minute option. I just added a 15-minute option, all right? So definitely check out my website. Yes, shot o'clock. Yeah, I'm loving these eyes with the pop-up color. So fun. Yeah, I felt like blue today. I was like, I want blue eyes, because I always do nude. You know, New Cleopatra looks good in nude, honey. All right. So if you guys want a reading, this is my website, lamarrtownsendtarot.com. Happy September. What is it? September 3rd now. Jesus, it seems like everything is going by so fast. So happy September. This is my website. Once you reach this page, you know you're on the right page. Definitely scroll down, read the reviews from people who have purchased readings from me. And also follow me down here on Instagram and Facebook, where I do post often. If you would like a reading, go right to the store section. This is where you can go to view all the rates, services, products, classes, candles, and different types of things I offer. I do birth chart readings, both compatibility birth chart readings and individual birth chart readings. I do mediumship readings if you want to connect to those who have passed on. I do past life readings, or just anyone in the spiritual realm. I also do past life readings if you want to learn about your past lives. I also do phone psychic tarot readings, email psychic tarot readings, video recorded, where you send questions via email, and then I answer your questions on video and then send you the video to download and keep forever. I also do tarot classes, astrology classes, where I teach you tarot and astrology. I do dream interpretation readings. I do spiritual development classes if you're new to spirituality and want to, get a head start, or even if you're kind of like intermediate, or already in your spirituality but kind of want some foundation. A spiritual development class is really good for that. So there's a price point for everyone. Even if you want a phone reading, there's a 15-minute option for $45. So definitely check out my website, lamarrtownsendtarot.com. The lips for me, thanks, I was just going to ask that. Yeah, so the lips, I don't actually use lipstick. I am not really a big fan of lipstick because it's just so expensive. So you guys know, if you've been following me for a while, I use eyeshadow on my lips. Today I used a mix of orange and red, and I put lip gloss on, the top to give it that glossy pop. You are so good at contouring. Thank you. Yeah, I love a good contour. I would say that's probably one of the best things I'm good at. I'm trying to experiment a bit more with my eyes and my lips, and I got a comment on my last video. Someone told me that I need to arch my eyebrows a bit more, so I'm trying to do that. So we're working, alright? We're working over here. Speaking of working, well, maybe not working after this, let's talk about, you guys, Tiffany Haddish and Aries Spears. Make sure you like the video, by the way, and please subscribe if you're new to my YouTube channel. And once again, follow me on my other social media pages, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Vimeo, and Patreon. Alright? So, Aries Spears and Tiffany Haddish are in some really deep traumatic, horrible, bleak, terrible, disgusting. I could go on and on drama. Alright? Now, allegedly, I'm going to say allegedly, alright? Because I don't know what's going on, and this is just the beginning of a whole scandal that we know. Who knows how long this will take. Now, it's interesting because a couple days ago we did a reading on Lizzo, and Aries Spears had some interesting things to say about Lizzo. It's interesting how karma works out that way, huh, Aries? Anyways, so Aries Spears and Tiffany Haddish, I have to choose my words carefully because this is, if you haven't heard about this, child, this is a doozy. Let's take a shot real quick. Hold on. Alright? I heard about it, that it creeped me out. So disappointed. Yeah. I'm kind of just, I've never been a huge fan of Tiffany. I never watched Girls Trip. I probably won't watch it now, to be honest. I would have watched it, but now I don't know if I want to watch it now. So I have not watched Girls Trip. But I do know Aries Spears actually from Mad TV. Now, looking back to those days, he was kind of weird back then even. Like, he did have a weirdness to him. Like, with Mad TV, you could tell a difference between someone who was just being funny for funny's sake and then someone who's just, like, weird. And Aries was, like, on the weird side. Like, not funny for funny's sake, just weird. Creepy. So it's interesting that all this comes out. Now, I need to take a shot, you guys, alright? I am having, what is this? I have the little bottles of, this is Absolute lime flavored vodka, allegedly, for YouTube purposes, alright? For YouTube purposes, it's water, alright? I'm going to take a little shot, because I don't have a chaser near me, and child. Oh, wait, speaking of water, no, I think I do have a water right there. Don't judge me for having water as a, oh my god, I don't have any water. Do I have water in here? Okay, I have some. Oh, excuse me, Miss Beauty. Hi, Lisa. Yes. Thank you all. I'm glad you guys like the look. Because I wasn't sold on it at first. I was like, But then I changed my shirt and I was like, I think it was the shirt that was messing the look up. Or the dress, actually. I was wearing a dress. Anyways, alright, so let's take a shot. Salute, cheers. I have a little shot. Alright, a little baby shot. Should I put a little bit more? Because, child, when I tell you this is let me put a little bit more, alright? Just a little bit. It is also Friday going into Saturday. So, cheers, everybody. Let's take a shot. We're going to need it for this story, alright? Alright, I might have to take this in 2 shots. Hold on. Let me see. Okay, that wasn't that bad. Anyways, alright, so I feel good. Alright, we're going to let that shot settle in. And I'm going to tell you the tea, alright? And then we're going to get into the tea with the cards. Okay, so Tiffany Haddish and Aries Spears, both comedians, by the way. Aries has been in the game longer, as far as I know. Tiffany is kind of a more new up-and-comer. They're both allegedly being, I don't know if I want to say charged or what's the word I want to use. They're both being accused of child abuse. We'll say it that way. Alright? What happened allegedly is that Tiffany Haddish and Aries Spears participated in a certain video, alright, that involved 2 minors doing some really weird, disgusting things, to be honest with you, alright? I don't want to go into full details, alright? You know, you can look up the story yourself, but they were definitely doing some inappropriate things for a 7-year-old, who I think was the boy, and a 14-year-old. Now, from what I read, alright, because I did read an article on this. From what I read, the boy, I don't know, I could be wrong. Let me know in the comment section below. Y'all will surely get me together in the comment section below if I get it wrong, okay? Now, from what I understand, the boy went through a little bit more trauma than the girl, in the sense of, like, okay, you guys, we might have to take another shot, because I have a little bit more vodka left, so, you guys, alright. So, the boy went through this, I don't know, and I read this through Yahoo. This is all alleged for YouTube entertainment purposes, okay? The boy, first of all, okay, so the Tiffany had a friend, And this friend, and I guess Tiffany stayed with this friend. This friend, you know, they kind of helped each other, whatever. And this friend had 2 children, all right? And Tiffany took these 2 children, a boy and a girl. The girl was older, the boy was younger, and had them do inappropriate acts, once again on camera, all right? Dealing with child abuse, all right? Dealing with older adults, allegedly, all right? So you can kind of like, read between the lines there. However, the older adult was, one of them at least, was Aries Spears, from what I read. And Aries Spears had a really weird moment on camera, on video, allegedly. Once again, this is from Yahoo, so if you are bothered, go to Yahoo, all right? Aries allegedly had a really weird moment with the boy, where the boy was, I don't know what the boy was wearing. I don't know if the boy had on a diaper or what, like, but the boy had on, he was scantily clad, we'll say it that way, and was doing some very inappropriate, suggestive things while Aries Spears looked on. Kind of portraying, acting as a child, maybe abuser, right? That's kind of what stuck out to me the most. I don't know why no one's mentioning that. Did no one read the article? We may have to look at the article, you guys. Let's look at the article together, just so you guys don't think I'm lying. Aries Spears and Tiffany Haddish, Yahoo. Alright. Lizzo must be in awe of Karma's swiftness. This is the first. Hey, so Sindula. Hey, Aaron. Common got the hell out of Dodge. He did. Yeah, because he was dating Tiffany, right? Lisa D says Common got the hell out of... Common dodged a bullet. Lots of people owe him an apology. He royally ripped... He got royally ripped for dumping Tiffany. I remember that, but like, I don't know. I just kind of, I don't know. I don't pay attention to that type of stuff. But I do want to show you guys this article. Let's look at the article, alright? Do I need lotion on my... I think I need lotion on my hands. Okay. So, here is the headline. We won't repeat it for YouTube purposes, but if you're listening and not watching, the headline does say, Tiffany Haddish and Aries Spears accused of child S.E.X abuse, alright, in lawsuit. Here's what we know so far. Now, as you can see, this was published on September 2nd, so this was today, or yesterday, Friday. So I'll just read a little bit of the article from Yahoo Finance. It says, following an expose from the Daily Beast, multiple outlets report that 2 anonymous plaintiffs have alleged that the comedians Tiffany Haddish and Aries Spears recruited them, meaning the 2 anonymous plaintiffs, to perform lewd acts of sensual nature as part of a series of comedy sketches filmed in 2013. Okay, so this is almost a decade ago, 2013, so 9 years ago, alright? Since we're in 2022. Okay? According to IndieWire, the 2 alleged victims are the children of one of Haddish's friends. We told that, alright? Back in 2013, the Girls Trip star informed the family that she found a perfect role for the daughter, Jane Doe, in a commercial she was filming. The lawsuit alleges that Tiffany Haddish and Aries Spears, apparently, brought Jane Doe into a recording booth and asked her to watch a video featuring a group of women moaning and making sensual noises as they both ate a sandwich in a manner that simulated the act of fellatio. This is already disgusting. Okay? So basically, alright, and you can, read it, here. Basically, what Tiffany and Aries had this girl do is mimic the act that she saw. Why they did that? Hopefully we'll find out. Alright? It says a year later, the two comedians allegedly recruited Jane Doe's 7-year-old brother, John Doe, to appear in a sketch about a mother, Haddish, who leaves her son in the care of a pedophile, Spears. The video is said to feature the then 7-year-old boy in his undergarments, or not in his undergarments apparently, with Spears pretends to creepily stare at him. It says allegedly by the end of the shoot, Mr. Doe, meaning John Doe, the little boy, called his mother crying, saying he did not want to film anymore. Haddish denies the allegations. According to the outlet, the plaintiff's mother negotiated a settlement with Haddish's legal team in 2019. Well, that's interesting. However, now that Jane Doe is bringing out on this lawsuit without her mother, the former agreement that was settled is no longer binding. Oh, that makes sense. So this is what the Jane Doe, meaning the older daughter, has to say. As an adult, I have the power to protect my little brother now, and have... As an adult, I have the power to protect my little brother now, and have the power to do something about what happened to him. And that's my goal, is to get it done. Just to show my little brother that, hey, I'm so sorry I wasn't able to protect you and be there for you then, but this is how I'm showing up for you now. Child. Aries looks like he smells like breath and Old E. What is Old E? But yeah, he does look really bad. He's never really been attractive, to be honest, but I can't think of anyone on Mad TV that was attractive, for all that matters. No offense. My nose is so stuffed up, we might have to take a break. Let me go blow my nose, I'll be right back. Ciao. It must be all the negativity, honey. Hold on. You guys, I have so many questions. Old English. What does that mean, Old English? I have so many questions about this situation. However, I don't know if I have all the time in the world to ask all the questions I have. So we have to kind of like dwindle down these questions. So what questions do you think would be appropriate to ask about this situation? Malt liquor. Oh, Old English. Oh, that's a malt liquor. Okay, got it. Never heard of it before. Yeah, it's a touchy subject. It's sickening. It's very sickening. I mean, yeah. It's disgusting, to be honest with you. I mean, the first question I have, to be honest, is why. Obviously, like, what the fuck? Why? You know? And then I want to know the outcome, to be honest. You know? Those are really the two questions I think I have. Although, I mean, we can't really, like, say they're guilty necessarily. So I guess one of the questions could be, are they guilty, you know? Although something about this feels... I mean, they already settled with Tiffany back in 2019. So I always believe where there's smoke, there's fire. You know? Because it's alleged, and you know how YouTube is already. Exactly, Diana. YouTube is a mess, child. So we have to, you know, keep it PG. What's going to happen to them? Will they be blacklisted? Yeah, that's kind of what I want to ask. Did Tiffany become a predator because she was abused? Maybe were they both abused? I mean, it's just not Tiffany here, you know. It's also Aries. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe they were both abused. Ooh, child, this is a tough one. Okay, so I think the first thing I want to know is, are they guilty, but do I want to do them both separately or do I want to do them together? I think I want to do them together because they're being called to the carpet together. So let's just do them together. Are they guilty? I need another shot. Alright? Happy Saturday, everybody. Happy birthday. If you're having a birthday, we're having a shot for you. Alright? And for these poor children who went through this disgustingness. Now, I have to say, you know, I have had my... I don't know. I've never had these experiences with Hollywood. But, you know, I am lucky that I had a family and mother and father that were really, really, really protective of me. Because, believe it or not, before I ended up being a psychic and becoming who I am now, I always wanted to be an actor. And my mom would take me on auditions, but my mom was also super protective of me. And I just remember there were certain instances where, like, I had an acting coach, and my mom would, like... I don't know. My mom was super protective of me, so... I don't know, I think there's something with the parents too, right? You know, like, you know, I wasn't even allowed to have sleepovers. Diana, me either. I wasn't allowed to go to sleepovers or have them unless they were family or like a family friend or something like that. Child. All right, let's take a shot. Cheers to Friday, Saturday, and cheers to this not being a disgusting video, all right? Jesus. Alright. So I'm sorry for those who may be triggered by this video. You know, I think we all have weird moments in childhood. I personally was never really like... There were definitely weird moments with older adults, but I was never abused directly. But there were moments also with people my age. More so. You know? So I think all kids have those weird moments, but to have an adult just be disgusting is just, you know. These parents pushing their kids these days, Hollywood is such a dirty, dirty place. So let's see. Let's first of all cleanse the cards. Let's say a quick prayer. We may have to also do a singing bowl, to be honest, because, yeah, I want to do a singing bowl. So let's really pull out all the stops energetically and spiritually. Let's just, like, let's put our spiritual armor up, I feel like, because, child, yeah. Alright. So the first thing I'm going to do is cleanse the cards. Thank you for cleansing and clearing the energy of this deck from any past reading. Amen, 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 and amen. I'm gonna have to sage Diana and take a spiritual bath. Thank you, Spirit, for opening up the channel so that I can see the truth of what is going on with Aries Spears and Tiffany Haddish with this whole scandal. Thank you for bringing clarity and insight. Thank you for protecting my energy, my thoughts, my mind, and my emotions. Thank you for protecting my space. Thank you for also protecting those watching this video. In the name of the Mother, the Daughter, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. Amen, amen, amen. Thank you, Cleopatra, for being here. Cleopatra just showed up, you guys. Say hi to Cleopatra. She's waving at the camera. She's like, hi, everybody. Alright. Okay. I just have to take another deep breath. Hold on. Okay. I think it's Cleopatra. She made me kind of nervous. Alright. Alright, so are Aries Spears and Tiffany Haddish guilty of what they're being accused of? What can you tell us, Spirit? I'm nervous. I know, me too, Diana. Alright. I get the Page of Pentacles as the first card. So I feel like this definitely deals with money. But I also feel like these children were promised certain things, allegedly. Yes, Diana, allegedly. This is all alleged for YouTube purposes and entertainment only. Alright? I do feel like also the children may have been promised certain things. Like maybe they were promised or given money. Or it's like, you know, this will lead to something else. But it's weird because I also feel like they were promised the same things. It's almost like to them, it's like, well, if you do this, you know, we'll give you more money the next time, or it's like, I don't know, it's like it's almost like a Ponzi scheme or a pyramid scheme, where it's like I get something out of it, but you do too, but you get the shorter end of the stick, you know, at the end of the day, because you're lower on the Ponzi, you know, on the totem pole or the hierarchy of the scheme. Does that make sense? This was about money. This is about money, finances. Money and finances are definitely involved in some way, shape, or form, because the Ace of Pentacles shows up in the placement of money, finances, personal belongings, things of this nature. So there was money exchange, whether it was with, you know, between these two, Tiffany and Aries, and these two children, or whether these two, Tiffany and Aries, were getting paid, or whatever it is, there was definitely money involved. Okay. I get the Five of Swords showing up in the placement of communication, intellect, and mind. You know, where there's smoke, there's fire. Look at the person holding the sword here, and look at the two people like facing away, almost like they're ashamed. I don't know if you can see it. I don't want to like mess up the camera. Oh wait, is it gonna work? No, it didn't work. Well, it kind of like focused a bit more. But yeah, you can see better now. Okay, so they like both these people are kind of like turned away, and they look like they're ashamed. There's a little person here. You can hardly see this person. I feel like this is the boy, and I feel like this is the girl here. Where there's smoke, there's fire, allegedly, for YouTube purposes. I'm going to say, the question was, are they guilty? I'm going to say, so far, from what I see, where there's smoke, there's fire. Alright? Another money card. Seven of Pentacles connected to home, family, emotions. There's definitely secrets involving money. Seven can be a number of secrets in terms of numerology. Alright? I think there was like a payoff. This could involve, once again, the settlement they had in 2019. I get the Nine of Wands in the placement of children. I think allegedly these children were definitely they definitely were mistreated, abused, allegedly, you know, for YouTube purposes. There's definitely something there. With the Nine of Wands showing up, the Nine of Wands is about like PTSD, trauma, alright? Issues with self-esteem, being treated like a piece of meat. That's the Nine of Wands, alright, in this placement. It's interesting though, once again, because just as these children were allegedly treated like pieces of meat, so were Tiffany and Aries. Interesting. I'm getting a lot of money cards. I get the King of Pentacles here in the center of it all. Does anyone know Aries' zodiac sign? This is definitely, well, is he an Aries actually? I don't know. This is definitely someone with money. Could be someone who lives in California or like California, Florida, or overseas. I don't know why I see that. Excuse me. It's the vodka shots. I get the Justice card and the placement of one-on-one relationships, business partnerships. There is a court legal document like track already. This could deal with that. This could definitely deal with like, I mean, you know, lawsuits, something like that. This could show up within 7 days, 7 hours, 7 days, 7 weeks, maybe 7 months. Could be something about that time frame. This also could be rather soon, to be honest, around September, October. So we could hear something about that maybe this month or moving into next month. So someone else arranges this, told them to do it anyway, couldn't pay me to do it. I don't know. The King of Pentacles looks like it's possible. The King of Pentacles shows up in the placement of work. Alright? So I think these two were definitely paid for their involvement in this. Why they would do it, I don't know. That's going to be my next question. Why? I don't get it. Oh, child. Alright, I get the 9 of Cups in the placement of evolution, change, growth. You know, the one thing about this card that always kind of gets me is the fact that he kind of like is sitting with his arms folded like he has nothing to hide. But there's this like table back here or thing back here with like, you know, a tablecloth or something that makes you wonder, well, what's behind this back here? You know, what are you hiding back there? Alright. So there's more secrets to come, I think. It's not just Tiffany and maybe Aries. It definitely could be other things. It kind of feels like to me the Wizard of Oz. You know how like, you know, at the end of the movie, you know, Dorothy, the Tin Man, the Lion, and the Scarecrow, and Toto, they all realize what's always, you know, what's been behind, you know, the scenes the whole time. Like they get to see behind the curtain kind of thing. Kind of feels like that to me with this situation. Like, what's behind the curtain? It's definitely not what we think it is. 9 is the number of self-serving energy. 9 is the number of masculinity. So it could be a sausage fest. Which now makes me think, do I really want to see what's behind the curtain? I don't think I want to see what's behind the curtain. And I love sausage. You know that, right? I don't know about this sausage, okay? This sausage feels like it's spoiled, it's rotten, it's disgusting, and I want my money. I don't even think I've spent money here to want my money back, to be honest. For fame and money, the Hollywood creeps probably arranged this. So Tiff is a Sag and he's an Aries. Oh, so they're both fire. I don't get fire. I get an earth sign man. So maybe unless he has earth in his chart, I think this could be someone else. Connected to work, daily routine. It's someone they've worked with before if it's someone else. It's someone they work with frequently too, to be honest with you. I feel like there's a man that may have commissioned this or something like that. This is someone they have worked with frequently or they work with a lot. I feel like they could allegedly also, speaking of Mad TV, there could be a connection to that. If I'm spilling too much tea, Cleopatra, please let me know. You know how to few shots, alright? So just let me know, girl. Love you too. High, low, and expectations. That's that rabbit hole. I do get the 2 of Pentacles in their placement of optimism, new opportunities, stepping outside one's comfort zones, freedom. Their money's going to be affected. Definitely. I feel like in a negative way. I don't know why I feel like also their ability to travel could be affected. Or maybe one of them. I don't know why I get Aries specifically. But it may be also connected to something else too. Hope you're doing well tonight. Yes, I never watched Mad TV, but I heard the Asian guy on there is also a creep who talks about doing stuff to girls. Ew. I think I know who you're talking about. I'm starting to think everyone on Mad TV was a creep, to be honest. Oh, I got a match on Tinder. And he messaged me right away. Oh, let's see what he says. Oh, he just says, hey. Let's see if he's cute. Oh, he's cute and he's 3 miles away. He's Latino. That last picture, though. He's cute, but I don't know. I'll say, hey, what's up, back? Ciao, bye. I don't know his name, but I've read about him. Yeah, I'm starting to think everyone on Mad TV were creeps. I was about to say Desiree. The only one I liked was Deborah on there. I was about to say the only one I liked was Deborah, because she did Oprah and she also did Whitney Houston. I had a few shots. Don't judge me. Yes, Diana. Child, don't get me started on the Tinder nonsense. The Tinder boys. I'm now also on Facebook dating. I've met people there. And Bumble. Bumble is interesting. Alright, anyways, let's not get sidetracked. I'm sorry. Okay. I get the Hierophant in the placement of career, professional destiny. You know, the Hierophant to me is also like a card of laws and regulations, but more so in the spiritual realm. Karma. And you know what's interesting? This shows up in a placement of karma. Karma's going to come back to bite. Both of you. See these two people, bald-headed? This definitely could represent both of you. No shade. Alright? Karma's going to come back to bite. Everything's going to be exposed. With the Hierophant showing up in the position of the past, everything's going to be exposed. The Hierophant is a 5 card. It could be within 5 hours, 5 days, 5 weeks, 5 months. Alright? I get the Emperor. Showing up in placement of friends, acquaintances, social groups. There's someone else involved, you guys. There's a man involved. He may be called out. Maybe one of them call him out. But there's a man, like, I don't know why I hear head, executive, like something like that. There's another man involved, maybe, that has called the shots. You remember she shaved her head? Yeah, she did shave her head, yeah. How long have we been on here? This may be a long one. Oh my god. I get the Fool card as the last card. The question was, are they guilty? The answer is yes. And with the Fool card being the last card, it's like, now what? Now what? Now that the secret's out, what do we do now? What's next? Once again, this is all alleged for. Thank you, Diana. This is all alleged for entertainment purposes only. All right. Oh, he cute. That last picture, though. Yeah. I think he messaged back. Let's see what he said. He said, hey. I said, hey, what's up? Nothing. He said, nothing much more than you. I'm gonna say I'm with my friends. I'm with my friends. I'm with my friends. I'm gonna leave it at that. Everyone type allegedly after every statement or they'll come at us. Allegedly. Ooh, she's getting better with time. Makeup on point. Yes. I'm trying. I was talking to my mom earlier, and she was like, "You're probably gonna eventually get on RuPaul's Drag Race." Ebony says Holly Weird tired of both of them anyway, and they probably been had the tape. Oh, there's a tape out. Oh, you lit tonight, sister. I know, Tay. I had a couple shots for entertainment purposes only. Yes. So you guys, where there's smoke, there's fire. All right. Where there's smoke, there's fire. Alright. I don't know. Do I want to know why at this point? Now that I got that, like, do I need to know why, Spirit? I kind of want to know why. Alright. Spirit, can you tell us the reasonings as to why maybe Aries and Tiffany Haddish participated in this? What were the reasonings for Aries Spears and Tiffany Haddish participating in this, Spirit? What can you tell us? Cleopatra's like, don't worry about him. I'm not, trust me. I'm having too much fun reading these cards, honey. I think Cleopatra may have some stuff to say. To be honest, I'm not familiar with the story. I don't keep up with celeb culture much. I'm just here for Nuclea. Oh, thank you, Lowered Expectations. Speaking of Mad TV, Lowered Expectations. That's from Mad TV. Alright. So the question was, why did they do this? The first card I get is the Justice card. You know, the Justice card coming out to me as the first card to me tells me that they felt like they were going to be protected. Like they felt like they were going to be protected from maybe the legal system or something like that. That's weird. I get the Six of Cups connected to money. This is about money. There's a connection to money for these two involving this situation, allegedly, once again. Alright. I think they both got paid. And look at how the person in the red is kind of bending down to, it looks like a kid almost right here, you know? I feel like the kids allegedly got something out of it, but it's like they're kids, so it's like, what is really money to them? What is really like anything to a 17 or 14-year-old other than watching SpongeBob or going to the mall with your friends? Like, that's what I was doing at 7 and 14. All right. Diana says, I want there to be justice, but I wonder whether they would have been exposed like this had they been white. Because Dane Schneider or whatever is out here allegedly being a creep and he's still working. Really? Ew. Where was the mom? Because allegedly she has mental issues from this. Good question. Hi, Celestial Earth Goddess. Diana says they all need to be exposed and held accountable. Everyone who does stuff like this. I agree. They can't consent. They are innocent. Yes. Desiree says, what does Cleopatra have to say about this? That's what I want to know. I think she wants us to finish this reading and then we'll get to her. Is it true that Aries settled but Tiffany didn't? I don't know. Let's see. Let's keep asking. I get the Queen of Cups and the placement of communication, intellect, the mind. Once again, the question was why? The reasoning. What is Tiffany's zodiac sign? You guys said she's fire sign, right? This could be the mom, maybe the mom of the children. Because the Queen of Cups to me is always like mom energy, although the Queen of Wands, the Queen of Swords, the Queen of Pentacles could be a mom too. But out of the four, the Queen of Cups gives me more mom energy than the others. And it shows up in the placement of children. So I think this might be the mom with the Queen of Cups coming out. I do feel like there's a children right underneath the Queen of Cups too. Although I think all the queens sit it. I don't know. Anyway. This I think is the mom. And I think they did have consent. I think there was consent. But it may have been under a guise of something else. Oh, she's a Sag. So I think this is the mom. Yeah. I get the Page of Pentacles showing up in the placement of family, home, once again, emotions. I think there was like something where Tiffany, maybe Aries presented it as I get something out of it and you get something out of it too, right? It's almost like, you know, this would be the best starting role for your child or for your daughter or something like that. Like, that's how I feel like it was presented to the mom and the children and the family. Because I just feel like they got something out of it, you know? Not that like validates what happened, but I think the children were like either promised something or they got something out of it. I don't feel like they were given their worth for what they, you know, were subjected to. But they did get something out of it. So it's almost like they justified it by, I feel like this is Tiffany especially too. They justified it by, well, they got something out of it, you know, too. So I mean, what's the big deal kind of thing. I get the Four of Cups in the placement of work, job, daily routine. There may have not been many other opportunities or offers, maybe. So you think it was verbal consent, allegedly. I think it may have been verbal consent, like, under the guise of, like, something else. Not that I'm going to put your children in this weird, you know, PEDO Felix situation. I don't think that's what it was like. Or if it was like they spinned it a certain way where it was like, oh, but it's no big deal, it's funny. Like, there's something about that. Hi, Fairy Waters. Mom needs to be on set watching their babies like a hawk. Yeah, that's my mom. That was my mom. Which is why I never ended up in a movie or a TV show or anything like that, you know. But there's always the future. But I'm not sleeping with anyone for a role. I'm just letting you know that right off the bat, alright? And well, maybe if I find you cute, you know, allegedly, but, you know, I'm not promising anything, okay? Ebony says you can't blame no one else. By the way, I'm joking. You both should have used common sense and should say no to whomever wrote the script and tape them immediately. That's what I'm saying. Thank you, Ebony. No free readings, you have to pay. Yes, thank you. Diana says no casting couch. Yes. When a person wants your kids and don't want you to come along, they can't go. Yeah, like that is like, I just don't understand that. Like, my aunt wouldn't allow that. My mom, none of my aunts wouldn't have allowed that. None of my grandparents, none of my great grandparents. Like, I can't imagine any of my family, not even my father, being like, oh sure, let him go in the room by himself. You know, I'll see you when you get out. Excuse me? You had a good mother. Thank you, Desiree. The aquamarine eye is gorgeous. Thank you. No promises. Yes, no promises. Okay. I mean, as long as I can slay the role, that's all that matters, right? Like, you know, I don't need the casting couch. Okay. Period. That's just not gonna happen. I promise you. All right. So I get the queen. This could be Tiffany. I get the Queen of Wands. Okay. She is a fire sign, allegedly, from what you guys said. The question once again was why? What's the reasoning? The Queen of Wands is Tiffany, showing up in the placement of one-on-one relationships. And it's interesting, the black cat there too. I feel like the black cat means something. Usually black cats are like good luck or like an omen. Was there an omen of some sort? I feel like Tiffany spiced it up a certain way where it seemed like it was harmless, or it seemed like it was no big deal, or it seemed like it was one way, but it turned out to be something else. I mean, even look at the picture, like the, you know, from where the Queen of Wands is facing, the ground is like one way here, but behind her where she's facing away, it's a different way. Like, I feel like she was hiding something. I couldn't believe that when I read that. I would never leave my children alone with strangers filming them. I would never leave my children alone with strangers, period. Diana says, I wouldn't even leave my cat alone. I wouldn't even leave Fonzie alone with a stranger. Diana says, I'm not saying that this happened here, but some parents do turn a blind eye to this kind of stuff. No, that's very true. My mother was very naive. Yeah, they do. That's very true, yeah. Yeah. I remember one time I was at, I guess you could say, a friend's house, and there was an older guy, and I just remember him looking at me really weirdly. Like, it made me uncomfortable as, like, I don't know how old I was, like 10, 11, whatever. And I remember mentioning something to my mom and just being like, because I think we were supposed to, like, set a date to go fishing. And I just remember saying to my mom, I don't know if I want to go fishing. Like, you know, like, he just looked at me weird. And my mom was like, do I need to make a phone call? I was like, no, never mind. No. That's like, that's my mom. Like, you know? So I can imagine it either. Like, you know, but people do stuff like this. By the way, I never went on that fishing trip. You know, I never saw that man again. So I also remember when I was 14, I grew up in a town where it was like kind of like, I don't know if it's like this today. I would imagine not, but like I grew up where like kids could walk, you know, like not kids, but like teenagers could walk, you know, kind of like, you know, walk to the store, walk to this, walk to that. And I remember having a stalker, like this 30, 40-year-old man, like would always like find me walking and stop me. The first time he met me, he saw me in Walmart. I walked to Walmart by myself, freaked out, all right, because he stopped me and was like, you're really cute. And I'm like 14. He's like 30, 40. I'm like, thanks. And I moved to the next aisle. He like follows me. He's like, no, you're really cute. And I'm like, thanks. And I think I just like got visibly uncomfortable, so he eventually like went away. But I've definitely had my experiences with creepos as a young child. Never been touched, never been abused, but like I get it, you know. Yeah, that was my stalker, Diana, when I was young. So I get it, it's very traumatic, like, yeah. And I remember I was wearing basketball shorts, you know, and like I think he commented on my basketball shorts too. And you know, I'm young, so I was like, I mean, I have a booty now, but, you know, anyways. Let's not go there. Alright. Ew, you heard of a vet doing stuff that... Oh, ew. Can't trust nobody. I agree. Fairy Water says, seriously, I think some people trust authority, and people who have power in the industry could pull that kind of power dynamic. Yeah. Yes, that's Mama Bear, exactly. Your mom dropped this. Yes. In the beginning of Tiffany's career, she seemed loud and pick me. I'll do anything for more screen time. So I don't believe she touched them, but she did bring the kids knowing about the script and set. Yeah, I don't see like she physically abused them, but it's just, why would you put a kid in that situation? Cleo Work, Girl Wake Up Podcast. Thank you, Girl Wake Up Podcast. That is super creepy. Oh, that's you, Mona? Hey, Mona. Child was like, who is that? Calling out Diana. Tay Buck says, kids should not have to go through this. I agree. Lowered Expectation says, I remember a few incidents as a kid too, and intuitively I knew it wasn't right. Yeah. And then you have moments like with, you know, like kids your age, but that's like different. You're like, that's like experimenting, you know, in certain cases. In some cases, that's also abuse, to be honest. But that's a different situation, right? Still not excusable, but different. Ebony says, adults should know better. You know, that's what I'm trying to say. Ebony says, for Tiffany to be in foster care as a child and saw a lot of things, why place kids in a predicament like that? Right. I didn't know she was in foster care. Celestial Earth Goddess says, I remember when I was a preteen walking to the store, men old enough to be my grandfather would stick their heads out the window and making cat calls. I didn't want to walk to the store that much after. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think after I had my, like, stalker moment with that older guy, as a, like, a preteen, like, I was like, I'm not walking to the store by myself. That's for damn sure. So. And it's interesting because I think I, like, mentioned something to my mom and she didn't, like, take it too seriously. I don't know what that was about. I guess because I was home, she was like, oh, you know, well, did he follow you home? Like, are you, you know, did he do anything weird? I was like, no. It's just like, oh, well, you know, don't worry about it, kind of thing. So, we're just here talking about creeps. Yes, yes, yes. We're just here talking about creeps. Ooh, child. Alright, let's continue with the reading. So I get the Three of Pentacles in the placement of evolution, growth, change, endings. The question once again is why? I think the purpose of this was to maybe launch them into something else. We're doing this with the purpose that it's going to get us to, you know, from point A, where we're at now, to point B. I feel like both, once again, for Aries and Tiffany, but also for the kids. But in my mind, I'm like, why would you even want that on your resume? Like, I would not want anything like that on my resume, to be honest with you. Whether I was Aries or Tiffany or these kids. Alright? Yeah, I had a moment when a guy was trying to give me a toy car and Spirit told me to leave. Yeah, ew. Not a toy car. That is the oldest trick in the book. See, Ciao. I get the Knight of Wands. And the placement of optimism, new opportunities. I feel like this, once again, was like was meant to be a stepping stone to something else. It's almost like, if you do this, I'll give you this opportunity, kind of thing. You think it's a humiliation ritual? I mean, you may be onto something, but I don't know if it's exactly that kind of thing. Years ago, I had a new 8-year-old music student, and her dad found me on Craigslist. He wanted to drop her off, having never met me, and I was like, oh no, parents are required to stay for the lesson. And he found you on Craigslist? That's weird. The man in this picture have a very slappable face. It's I get the 5 of Wands connected to the past, karma, debt, weight, illness, career. I think they did this with the expectation that this wouldn't come back to haunt them, but it did. I think too many people knew about it or knows about it. Whether with the PAs, the people that were actually, you know, filming it, taping it, or arranged it, like, too many people knew about it or knows about it for it to not eventually come out. All right. Last card I get is the 5 of Pentacles. It was about money. Not much money, but money nonetheless. And I feel like this was a means to an end. Once again. Sorry, my nose is stuffed up. What is Tiffany thinking now that this came out? Ciao. Oh no. This was 10 years ago, so I advertised on Craigslist at the time, but I was shocked that he wanted to just leave her with me. Yeah, that's weird. I mean, what if he, like, never came back? Like, that would be my thought. Like, what if you just drop her off and never come back? No, you need to stay with her. Thank you. Because I don't want to be responsible. Alright. Lowered Expectation says, what types of people are naturally drawn to Hollywood? I've always wondered this. Interesting. You'd be surprised how naive and trusting some parents are. No, I know. Trust me. I get it. I know. I just never had those parents, and I don't think I would be that parent. So I don't personally get it, but I know that there are people out there like that. Yeah. I really think Hollywood wants them both gone. They done used them up. Well, definitely Aries. I'll let you know, apparently. So my next question is, what is going to be the outcome for these two? What's going to be the outcome for Aries Spears and Tiffany Haddish after this scandal with these abuse allegations? What can you tell us, Spirit? Remember, you guys, if you want a personal reading, you can text me at 703-791-9162. Or visit my website to purchase your reading. Obviously, you cannot get a reading right now because it's literally like 2 a.m. here in Virginia, but tomorrow and like later in the day, or later in the day today. I never thought of that. That would be awful. I'm a nice person, but honestly, I was worried for that child in other circumstances. Yeah. What's going to be the outcome for Tiffany and Aries Spears? The first card I get is the Ace of Cups. This could be them trying to prove their innocence. This could be them trying to win public favor. Remember when I did this and that, you know, remember when you loved me when I did that, you know, still love me, like that's what I see. Did this come out because he was talking about Lizzo, like someone decided to expose him? That's what I was thinking. I was thinking that. Hi, are readings still open? Yeah, I'm going to be doing readings in a minute. Tiffany told the mom and girl she could get her in commercials. She told mom could get the boy into Nickelodeon show Sizzle. Something. Weird. I get the two of, or I get the Fool card and the placement of money, finances, personal belongings. I think they're going to have to be creative in the way that they make money moving forward. I think a lot of opportunities could honestly dry up for them. I get the Queen of Swords and the placement of communication, intellect, the mind. I think more information could come out. Could be connected to a woman. I don't know why I'm seeing a connection to Aries Spears specifically. I get the Nine of Cups and the placement of emotions, family, the home. Once again, that Nine of Cups shows up. What's behind the curtain? Does the family have some secrets, maybe? Is the mother holding on to some secrets? Thank you to whoever just donated. Let's see what the Snapchat person said. Oh, wow, he was actually nice. So I said I'm with my friends, and he said, oh, okay, sorry to bother. Well, that was sweet. I'm going to say it's fine. I'm going to say, why are you up so late? Let's flirt a little bit, alright? Just a little. To keep the conversation going. They're looking another black female comedian as we speak. Some parents are desperate to get their children in the industry. Yeah. I get the Devil card and the placement of children, creativity, self-expression. Where there's smoke, there's fire. There was definitely something involving these children that does not paint them in a good light. I'll tell you one thing, these two will probably never be able to be seen on screen, on camera with children. They could probably never work on a movie, a TV show with children. Anything involving children is going to be side-eyed, off limits. Which, to be honest with you, limits their career. How they express themselves, the jokes they tell as comedians are all going to be limited. No jokes about children, childhood, all are going to be awkward, off limits. We don't want to hear from your mouths. It brings up bad thoughts, bad feelings. Just go on to another topic. Alright? That's how it's going to be. Why they didn't get Gary Coleman, Kevin Hart, heck, he's little. Wait, what did they do? I agree, it's not that they're daft, it's that they willingly turn a blind eye. I get the Eight of Pentacles showing up in the placement of work, job, daily routine. I mean, they're going to keep working. But it's just going to be working from the ground up. So it's back to the I think this person's watching my live stream because they just messaged me at 2 a.m. Anyways, alright. So, yeah. I get the Nine of Pentacles and the placement of one-on-one relationships and business partnerships. I think they're both going to act like nothing's wrong. You know, their career's still moving forward. But they're going to come up against obstacles. The Ten of Wands shows up in the placement of growth, evolution, and change. I mean, you know, this is things crumbling for them. They're not going to be, you know, the same A-list, well, at least Tiffany. You know, they're not going to be the same A-list, B-list, whatever, you know, C-list stars that they once were. I think they go like the D-list, F-list, to be honest with you. Gradually over time. Like you may randomly hear or see Tiffany Haddish or Aries Spears do like a comedy special in the middle of nowhere every now and then. Maybe because that specific club was low on bookings that month. And it's like, oh, well, people will come and see them, you know. It's like that kind of vibe I get. Oh, they didn't do anything. I was saying instead of getting really kids, they could have got short people. Yeah, that would have made more sense. So working low-budget movies, aka D-list movies, allegedly, exactly. Wow, and she had a TV show with kids like the Steve Harvey did. Really? Oh. Supposedly there are two vids. One of the girls performing fellatio on the Subway sandwich with Tiffany at the other end of the sandwich. Oh my god, I'm gonna throw up. That one erased by Funny or Die website. I remember Funny or Die. They had the banana thing, whatever it was. They need to lose ties with each other for now. Period. Ooh, I get the Tower. What's the outcome for them? The Tower. The Tower shows up in the placement of optimism, good luck, freedom, new opportunities, stepping outside your comfort zones. All these things are lost. There is no good luck. There is no new opportunities. There is no optimism. Everything comes crumbling down. Within, I would say, 8 to 9 days, 8 to 9 weeks, 8 to 9 months. Hell, it could be 8 to 9 hours for all we know. But just know it's 8 to 9. Alright? I get the Death card. I get the Death card in the placement of career. The past. Karma. Debt. Child, you know, I hope, you know, you've paid off any debt you owe. Because if you haven't, there's going to be a lot of debt. Alright? Good luck with that. No comment on that. You know, I have my own debt I'm trying to pay off. So, I'm going to leave that up to Spirit about that. Okay? Ooh, their time is coming then, exactly. Student loan debt, by the way. Ebony McKinney says the best thing Tiffany can do is apologize and tell what really happened. Yes. When Dan Schneider losing his career? Oh, I don't know, but we actually need to put him on the list. Let's write him down. Dan Schneider. I forgot Cleopatra's here. I'm sorry, Cleopatra. She's just kind of sitting like over to the corner silently. I hope these people serve prison time. Society needs to make it very clear that this level of corruption will not be tolerated. I agree. Famous but for being creeps. Like, I want that man to go to jail. For sure. I mean, Tiffany too. No shade. Alright. I get the King of Swords. Alright. In the placement of friends, acquaintances, social group. Once again, another man. Is there a man and a woman involved here? Because they're both, you guys said they're both fire signs. I get a man and a woman who are both air signs. So I think the man may be involved in the sense of like having his hands dirty. The woman may know information. I don't know if she's involved necessarily. She could know information. Alright. But once again, we got a man earlier. So the last card I get is the Three of Swords. The outcome is not going to be good for either of you, to be honest with you. Either Aries or Tiffany. The outcome is going to be, I wish I would have never done this. That's the outcome. I wish I would have never done this because this ruined my life. Or this had a severe, outcome. Now, there's all 3 swords here. So once again, there could be 3 major situations maybe or something like that. Or 3 people, 3 situations, I'm not sure. But it's like, the outcome is I wish I would have never done this. I should have never done this. But you did. Hi, you look beautiful as always. Thank you, Denise. Do you think Kevin Hart will help Tiffany through this? They're close friends. Kevin is gonna cut her off. I would cut her off personally, but that's just me. That's my business mind. Could it be people who supported the skits, allegedly the air signs? It could be. Okay, you guys, I kind of want to ask Cleopatra what she has to say about this. And then I know one of you sent questions. Then we'll do live readings, alright? But Cleopatra's in the room, so I kind of want to tap in and see what Cleopatra has to say about it. Because she's always dropping gems. Oh, now I'm nervous even more. I think I might need another shot, just a little shot, Cleopatra. Because you, child, you can bring the heat, honey. So let me go get one more shot prepared before we get into Cleopatra. Because, child, talk about nervous, honey. So, you guys, this might be a long video. Grab your snacks, grab your drinks, grab your blunts, whatever you're into. I'll be right back. Let me go get my shot prepared. Can you focus, or are you already focused? Oh, okay. Don't wanna lose my focus, but I'm bound to leave. Every time you keep running into me. Cleo coming through with a T, exactly. Everyone in Hollywood must be distancing themselves from this pair. I would. I think it was twice with a girl and once with a boy. Oh, yes, let's hear from Cleopatra. If I were in Hollywood, I wouldn't even have a whole bunch of Hollywood friends, to be honest with you. On YouTube, I don't have a whole bunch of YouTube friends, and I can imagine in Hollywood, I don't want to be friends with celebrities. I just want to do my job, get paid, and go home. That's me. Leave me alone. Maybe we can do a photo op. Maybe not, because I don't know what y'all be up to behind the scenes. I just want to do my job and go home, to be honest. I don't want to be meeting a whole bunch of celebrities. I don't care about celebrities. I really don't. Alright. I sure am thinking about making some popcorn. I haven't had popcorn in so long. After Tiffany said one bit Beyonce was done with her years ago. Yes, Beyonce. That's one thing about Beyonce. That's one thing I do like about Beyonce. Beyonce is not fake like that. If she don't like you, she just don't like you. Period. I mean, what are you gonna do about it? Hollywood is full of creeps, I agree. People we wouldn't even expect, I agree. Her career has been crazy from jump. She has never been in the light for good. It was always drama, like with Common. She's always giving me weird vibes. I hardly ever go down to LA. Something in the buttermilk ain't right down there. Yeah, I would only go to LA for shopping or for maybe if I had a job or something. But yeah, no. Beyonce's a Virgo. Yeah, Beyonce's a Virgo. I think me and Beyonce would get along. I'm just not. I don't know if I want to say I'm not a friend. I'm friendly. I'm not the most personable, so I feel like we would both kind of be just awkwardly, like, not. There would be a lot of, like, I feel like silent moments between me and Beyonce, because I'm just not like a very like warm person, I guess. I don't know. And I also get like annoyed easily and irritated. I don't know. Fonzie. You know McGee? Fonzie. I don't feel like having hair all over me right now. Fonzie. That's how them Virgos is. The oldest sister is the same way. Hurt people, exactly. Yeah, like, I don't know. I'm not a really big celebrity person. I get annoyed easily and I'm a Libra. I'm a Libra moon. Maybe it's a Libra thing. Because I'm like... I would have 5 minutes of meeting Beyonce and I'm like, I'm good. I don't need any more. It was nice to meet you. I'm ready to go home. But I feel like she's that kind of person too. That's why I think we would get along. She's someone, I feel like she's someone where it's like, okay, we had our moment. I'm ready to go. I like that. I have to give my cat attention. Sorry. How long have you been on here? We have been on here for an hour and 16 minutes, child. Beyonce doesn't look like the type to lead a conversation. She really doesn't. Yeah. Yes, stay protected. Yes. Alright, you guys. I have to work, Fonzie. Can I work? Okay, thank you. So let's take a shot while we channel Cleopatra. Alright. She's like, take a shot for me. Cleopatra, I kind of want you to have a shot too. I'm going to go to get another shot glass for Cleopatra. Hold on. Fonzie. Okay, hold on. No. You almost tripped me on purpose, which means you're purposely being annoying. Stop it. Alright, so I'm pouring a shot for Cleopatra. Alright, we're both taking about the same amount of shots. Should I give you a little bit more, Cleopatra? Okay. Ooh, child, I'm nervous. You make me nervous, Cleopatra. Okay? Alright. Cleo about to turn it the F up, child. Alright, okay. So before we take a shot, I'm an introvert and can go days without talking to a person. Me too. You're doing live readings? I am. I so need you to do a meet and greet. Yeah, eventually a meet and greet will come. Fonzie's asking for his weekend allowance. He wants to go to Petco. I do actually need to get him some cat food tomorrow. Thank you for reminding me. Alright, you guys, so let's go ahead and channel the energy. Thank you, Spirit, for bringing forth the energy of Cleopatra, the seventh, the ancient Egyptian queen. Thank you for giving us your clarity and insight. In the name of the Mother, the Daughter, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. Thank you for just bringing us your wisdom, your insight, your clarity, whatever it is you have to say. As always, we appreciate you for spending time with us. In the name of the Mother, the Daughter, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. Thank you for protecting my space, allowing this to be a sacred space for Cleopatra to come through. Thank you for protecting the energy, thoughts, minds, and emotions of those watching this video. And we give free reign for Cleopatra to do and say as she pleases. Amen, amen, and amen. Take one for me, yes, take a shot. If you're sensitive to energy, I'm sure... Hold on. Gotta fix my wig, honey. If you're sensitive to energy, I'm sure that place feels like walking through one of Dante's 9 circles. Ooh. Alright, Cleopatra, cheers. Okay. So, Cleopatra, what would you like to tell us, either about this situation or in general? Okay. The first thing she's saying is, keep in mind, Tiffany has no children. So she's saying it's easy for her as a woman to do this when she has no motherly instinct or motherly longing or inkling within her. She immediately says, yes, they were both abused. But just because you were abused doesn't make you... Just because you're abused doesn't mean you need to become the abuser, she says. She says, I was also abused. Sexually abused, she says. She says tormented. She kind of goes, and I did take that energy out, or take that out in other ways that were abusive to others. She says, but never to children, she says. She says children are different. She says when you have adults who abuse children, there's something about their own inner child that is suffering. And she says that's the case with these two here. These two have unhealed childhood issues. She says a lot of people in Hollywood have unhealed childhood issues. She says, she kind of goes, she points to the screen and she's like, you know, someone asked earlier what type of people are attracted to Hollywood. That's the people, she says. People who have unhealed childhood issues. Ebony says, hold on, I have no children either, and it's still not okay. Cleopatra's like, Ebony, we're not talking about you. She's looking at me like, is she serious? Sorry, Ebony. Children and animals are untouchable. Yes, that's what I thought too. Even some dangerous criminals have that code where they won't hurt a child. Right. She said, Cleopatra says this isn't all that Tiffany has done. Allegedly. She also says this isn't all that Aries has done. Allegedly. She says there's been parties. She says there's been allegedly tapes taped or taken of them as well, and she's kind of pointing to Aries. She's kind of like side-eyeing Aries, like she's like, there's tapes out there, and she goes just like that. She's like, there's tapes out there, looking at Aries Spears. This isn't all they've done. This is just the tipping point, she says. No, Fonzie. She says allegedly at the helm of this, or at like no. Okay. She's like allegedly at the top level, there's like, I don't know why I'm seeing like a white man. Like at the helm, there's a white man. It looks like almost like, I don't know, I get executive vibes from him. This could have been the man that we were seeing. I was seeing in the cards. I mean, I think, Ebony, you just need to not make it about you. We're not talking about you. We're talking about Tiffany and Aries. It's not about you. So just step back from making about you and you'll be okay. Okay? Lowered expectations says true. Anyone can be a mother or father, but not everyone can be a parent. Exactly. I feel like stuff started for Aries. The way she's showing it, Cleopatra showing me, stuff started for Aries back when on Fox. I guess this was back when he was working on Mad TV. I almost feel like the way she's giving me, like, are you saying Aries pulled Tiffany into this? She's kind of like they ran in the same circles, Tiffany and Aries. Aries knew more people, but was once again still lower on the totem list. She's kind of going, there's a reason why Aries' career has never taken off. She's like, you've never seen him really in movies. He's not a, what's his name, Martin Lawrence, she says. He's not a, she's not good with these names. I think you mean Bernie Mac. She's, yeah, he's not, he's like, yeah, he's not a Bernie Mac, you know, or anything like that. She says, but there's a reason for that. She says they've always known about Aries. It's been well known, well documented about Aries and his scrupulousness when it comes to his career. That's kind of been, she says that's been well known in the industry. She says that's why his career has not taken off. Chiona says, I wonder why the mother didn't find out from her daughter when she was a teenager at the time. Now I understand she's a grown woman. I think it said, the article we read said the daughter kept it from the mother. This may end Tiffany's career, rightfully so, yes. I believe it at least to creeps on Mad TV. She did this to further her career and it backfired. Aries needs his junk kicked in nasty ass. People in Hollywood can be creepy and weird. Yeah. You know what's interesting? I don't know why Cleopatra is showing me, like, what's her name? Tiffany Haddish being almost like a madam. Once again, this is all alleged for entertainment purposes, YouTube purposes only. But it's almost like almost like you're giving me the energy of like a Ghislaine Maxwell. She's like, yep. She's like shaking her head like, yep, exactly. Like she's kind of saying, like Cleopatra's saying either, and you may need to clarify this for me. So are you saying that Tiffany is a Ghislaine Maxwell, or is like was heading in that direction, was heading in that path? She's showing me Tiffany like it almost looks like she's on a crossroads, and I'm not even like, it looks like Tiffany from the back. She has like short hair, and she's like on a crossroads, and she's like looking towards a certain path. So that tells me, what you're showing me then is that she was heading down a path of a Ghislaine Maxwell. All right, that's what Cleopatra's showing me. She would have been like the black Ghislaine Maxwell, allegedly. That's really disgusting, Tiffany. I need another shot, Cleopatra. This is just horrible. I can't stand this. Like, I want to fight both of them, to be honest. And I don't fight women. I want to fight both of them, to be honest with you, Cleopatra. Let's just take another shot, girl. Alright, cheers. And I'll put this on your altar. I'm not going to drink it. I'm going to put this on your altar. Actually, I'm going to pour another a little bit more for you, too. I know I already have a shot glass for her on her altar, but it's okay. So. Okay. But I feel like what Tiffany knew what she was doing was wrong, because it feels like Cleopatra's showing me her being haunted. I feel like she was haunted, or like like there's something about hauntings, like something about that. I also feel like allegedly Aries Spears may have participated in some unscrupulous spiritual things. I don't know why I keep seeing a deer, blood, something like that, allegedly. Aries Spears also may have run in the circles with rappers, certain rappers. You know, Aries, the energy you're giving me, Cleopatra, about Aries is he seems like a clout chaser. Like he's always been a clout chaser. Riding on the coattails of rap. Riding on the coattails of this or that kind of thing. I feel like Aries is also someone like who it's like he, you know, if he needs a gig, if he needs a job, if he needs to pay rent, it's, you know, he may be willing to do almost anything, allegedly. Alright? Like, I feel like this is where these two come from. They come from that kind of, like, I'll do almost anything to survive or to make it on top or to, you know, stay where I'm at kind of thing. Cleopatra showed me the letter A. A? That could be Aries. What are you... She showed me the letter A in a tree behind it. And then I'm seeing like a carrot. Like a rabbit, a carrot. I'm not sure if this is a kid with a carrot or a rabbit with a carrot. I'm not sure what this is about. I feel like Tiffany may have had other children's things in the works or something like that. Cleopatra says they are pawns. She says they are pawns in a Ponzi scheme. Of fame, she says. She says they're pawns in a Ponzi scheme of fame. And she says it just like that. She kind of goes, you want fame? This is what people are willing to do for fame. This is what people are willing to subject themselves to for fame. And she kind of, the Cleopatra goes, like, she kind of leans in like this, and she kind of goes, even the mother. People in survival mode can be easily unscrupulous, right? What I don't understand is why they didn't feel confident in their talent. Aries Spears can be a jerk sometimes with the way he speaks about people. However, those people that are suing Tiffany H and Aries Spears think they will lose their case. Maybe money will cost their careers. This is bigger than these two, right? Cleopatra says there's a connection to Orlando, Florida. I keep seeing a white man who looks like an executive. No, I don't think they're talking about Orlando, the actor. I think they're talking about Orlando, Florida. Like Orlando, Florida, the place. Casting couch, weird rituals, and child creep stuff are like requirements to get into the industry. Yeah, I think Tiffany would have eventually become a Ghislaine Maxwell. You're lucky you got stopped in your tracks now, Tiffany, because it would have been really worse for you down the line if you had continued on the path that you're. I mean, you could still continue on this path. It's not going to work out well for you, I promise you. But the path you were heading down, it's like this in a weird way is a blessing for you in disguise, because God is like telling you right now, like, stop. If you stop now, you might be okay. If you keep going, it's gonna get worse. Aries, I mean, Cleopatra's kind of like he's a lost cause. She's like, there is no comeback for Aries. She's like, everything about Aries will be scrutinized from here forward. All his skits, all his interviews will be scrutinized. She says the man will be scrutinized harsher than the woman in this case. She says, however, because they're both black and darker skinned, she says, they're both going to get heat. She says something about 8 days. 8 days. She keeps saying the man in regards to Aries. The man. Like maybe something in 8 days is going to happen with him specifically. Or the number 8 could be prominent. She keeps saying the man. What about the man? What about the man, or what about Aries? Spears, Cleopatra. She says he's guilty. She says she's guilty too, but he's more guilty. She says, for reasons right now that are unknown. She says, She says, but you're going to find that he's very unscrupulous. You're going to find with Tiffany that you can't trust what you see. She also says, as a result of this, more kids are going to come out and talk about their abuse in Hollywood and their experiences in Hollywood. I don't know why I see a male actor who's now older coming out and like telling his experience of maybe with another actor who's older as well. Like older as in mature older. I feel like white, Caucasian, like something like that. This is just the tip of the iceberg, she says. She's showing me the show Seventh Heaven. There's like a white actor, a white boy or a white man now who's like gone through something, maybe dealing with a producer. I feel like on one of those shows on like the CW or something like that. I don't know why why do you keep showing me Justin Bieber? What about Justin Bieber? Oh my god. So she says allegedly, I don't know why she's bringing this up, but she says allegedly Justin Bieber was raped, allegedly. So are you saying Justin is going to come out and talk about this, Cleopatra? Because those are some big words to say. Or would it have me say? She says eventually. She says embarrassed, like he's embarrassed. Because it feels like it was maybe by a man, maybe? She's like embarrassed. He's embarrassed. Doesn't know how to deal with it. She says more than once. She says Drake. Drake. Why are you bringing up Drake? Cleopatra, don't get me shot, girl. I'm just kidding. This is all a legend. She's like, Drake's had his moments too. Once again, she's like, a lot of people are embarrassed, especially men. She said, especially men, boys, young men are embarrassed to tell their stories. But there are men who have stories. And she says, remember, abusers don't always abuse people don't always become abusers, but it can happen, she says. She says, follow the paper trail. She just said child prostitute. Alright? I don't know what that means. But she just said that. You're not saying Drake or Justin were any of these, right? She's saying no. No. Allegedly. She's like, allegedly. Excuse me, my nose is stuffed up. She says Nickelodeon is really bad. She's kind of giving me the energy where it's like everyone pays attention to Disney, but it's really Nickelodeon. She's like, Nickelodeon has gotten away with so much because people always suspect Disney. She's like, Disney has their things too, but Nickelodeon is worse, she says. She says this is global, worldwide. This is happening in Russia. This is happening overseas. This is happening in Japan and Asian countries and Middle Eastern countries and Eastern countries. Like, she's saying this is happening all over the world. The UK, Egypt, she says. She says, interestingly enough, for as backwards... She's kind of reading America. Okay, I don't blame you, Cleopatra. But she's like, as backwards as America is, only America is the one that brings up these types of conversations. Everywhere else, it's hush-hush. But America is where people feel comfortable to say, hey, I was abused. You know, hey, I went through this. Or hey, I'm going through this kind of thing. But she's like, even then, people still struggle, you know, with actually coming out and saying, hey, I went through this. Hey, I was abused. Hey, I'm going through this. You know? She's saying some of these, like, young people don't have the best people around them. Managers, you know, supervisors, handlers, you know, producers, you know, so many people. It's like a lot of times these young people are set up in certain instances or situations, like a Harvey Weinstein. It's like everyone knows who Harvey is, but the people going into the office or into the hotel room don't necessarily know, you know. So it's like a setup, and the only one not privy to the setup is the person auditioning or the person, you know what I'm saying? Magical Mermaid says my favorite wig. Yeah, not with some people coming in. How many of y'all are on here now? 53 people. Make sure you guys like the video. I can't believe so many of you are still up at 3 a.m. Alright, so let's go back to Tinder. Ooh, he's really cute, but he's 54 miles away. He's black, not my usual type, no offense. I don't know if I'm really into it, to be honest. I don't know if I'm into it. I'm not gonna answer him back. Not because he's black. He just looks like he has something weird on his lips. I'm black, for God's sakes. Just saying. I don't know what that lip thing is. Alright, maybe those other countries have a long history of normalizing this behavior, like the Catholic Church. Will Nickelodeon and Disney be canceled? It's Saturday. This Saturday. He needs some chapstick. I wouldn't travel 5 miles for a guy. Yeah, no. Child. No. I don't travel at all, to be honest. I'm not really a big fan of traveling for guys. I don't really travel, to be honest. I'm not a traveler. And you know how I'm growing and evolving? I'm sorry, Cleopatra, but you know, I'm growing and evolving because I used to be on Grindr a lot. Like, not even like meeting up with people, but just like, like, I don't know, you're scrolling, you're bored. But now, like, it's about Tinder and Bumble and Facebook dating. I feel like I'm growing up. I feel like I'm like dating wise, like love wise, growing up finally. Like, I'm over the like casual sex kind of thing, and it's like, like I have so many guys coming at me. It's like, do I really want sex today? No, or I'm not into it. Block. Like, get out of here. It's kind of fun to tell guys no too. It's kind of fun to block them too. I like that. Anyway, sorry. He needs some chapstick. They won't cancel the networks. Just fire a few people at most. Yeah. You met your husband on Grindr? Really, Queen Tessa? Well, you are definitely the exception to the rule, because that hardly ever happens on Grindr. Now, on Bumble and Tinder and Facebook dating, maybe I could see that, but Grindr, child? Girl. A queen knows what she wants. Thank you, Michiko. Exactly. Please, Lamarr, can you do a reading for the Pyramids of Giza? That's a good one. Let's write that down. We got Dan Schneider, who, he's disgusting too. Pyramids of Giza. Baby Cleo's like, no, you must travel to moi. Yeah. Because I match with a lot of guys who live in, like, Maryland, and I'm in Virginia, and it's like, you know damn well I'm not traveling to you, so. The poor goes to Tesla. 4 years on September 7th. Wow. Interesting. That is really good luck. I don't really get on Grindr anymore, actually. And I've actually taken off my profile picture because sometimes people recognize me, and I'm just over it. I check Facebook dating out, but I haven't seen anyone that sparks my interest enough to text them back. I have swiped a few, though. Facebook dating is kind of fun, and it's free. I like that. They paid Dane Schneider $7 million as severance. He allegedly was accused of abuse of the children of the Nickelodeon show he was producing. Thanks, met in March, married September. September. Well, maybe that's a sign that I'm going to meet someone soon that I'm going to marry, child, because I'm definitely... I like my fun every now and then. Like, I like the company of a man, but I don't really need it every night, to be honest. I mean, unless you're my man, I'm really not bothered, I could get sex anywhere, Look at me, Alright, so you grow a lot in your 30s, start seeing things from a different new perspective. Exactly. Tell Cleopatra to help tell her thanks for giving us these important messages. Yes. We love you, Cleopatra. We love you. Lamarr, you gotta check out Lowered Expectations comic videos on YouTube from the 90s. Are you talking about the one from Mad TV? The Lowered Expectations on Mad TV was like the dating show, right? I remember that. Okay, Cleopatra, let's round out this reading because we have some people who are waiting actually for readings. I'm so sorry. Okay. So what last messages, Cleopatra, can you tell us about this situation or just in general? Oh, that's me. She's saying protect your children. Never leave them unattended. She's kind of saying this is like the norm. Thank you, Queen Tessa. Those were so good. She's saying like this is kind of like the norm in Hollywood. Like it's kind of like normal to kind of like, she's kind of saying like have children thrown your way. She's kind of like going, this has been happening since the beginnings of time. People have been using children as kind of like a way in to a life of royalty or a way into a life of opportunity. She's like, it's always been that way, but now they've made a business out of it. And she's like, I'm done. Okay, Cleopatra, I need a shot after that. Ooh, child. Lord have mercy. Is Inside still here? Is Lonnie Boy still here? Lonnie Boy 1? If Lonnie Boy 1 or Uninsides is here, please ask your question. Have healthy communication with your children. If anything happens, they know they can come to you. Exactly. Baby Cleo's on her 4th shot. Child. Hi, J. Manuel. How are you? Thank you for being here. It's nice to see you, J. Manuel. Yes, please make sure you guys like the video and please share the video. Thank you all for being here. Is Uninsides here or is Lonnie Boy here? I'm so sorry for taking so long doing this reading on Tiffany and Aries, but we are done with them, child. And now if you guys want a live reading, it is $25 for one question. I do prefer PayPal, Cash App, and Venmo. I do also accept Super Chat. Lowered expectations. I'm beginning to rethink this handle. Why did you ruin Mad TV for me, Aries? Why? Well, was he in? I don't know. I don't think of him when I think of lowered expectations. When I think of lowered expectations, I think of Miss Swan. I think of who was the kid? The guy that played the kid. That's what I think of. I love your ultra winged eyeliner. It really accentuates your eyes. Thank you. Virgo season, yes, that turquoise looks fabulous with your eyes. Thank you. Yes. I'm glad you guys like it. I haven't gotten into drag in a while, so I was like, yes, I need to get into drag, honey. Stuart, yes, and his mom. Oh my god, yeah. They were hilarious. Michael McDonald, yes. The Asian guy is a pedo creep too. I think I know who you're talking about, but I don't remember the Asian guy too much. I love Dot. Miss Swan was hilarious. My favorite though on Mad TV was Oprah. Oprah was so funny. Oprah, there was like a skit they did with the Steve-O and like the guys from what is that show called on MTV with Steve-O? Jackass. There was like a skit with the people from Jackass and Oprah. Child, that thing still makes me laugh. Alright? I love that. Is Uninsides here? We took forever like doing this reading on this is a 2-hour. I told y'all it's gonna be a long video. So we did a 2-hour reading basically on no. Why are you bothering me right now? I don't understand. You haven't been bothering me all day, but right now you just want to bother me. Yeah, okay. Miss Swan was hysterical. Right, we've got a great show for you today. Exactly. Fonzie. Roll call. Yes. Where is... What do the cat have to say about this? Who knows? Child. I wish I could speak cat. But I'm trying to figure out, is on Insights here, did we lose them? Lonnie Boy 1, Lonnie Boy 01. Did they post their question and I missed it? Post their question? I don't know if I can go back. Well, maybe while we wait for Lonnie Boy, if you guys want to donate for a question, it is $25 for one question. I do prefer PayPal, Cash App, and Venmo. I do also accept Super Chat. Yes, please share and like the video. The actress who played Miss Swan does a lot of animated voice work in big animated movies. I didn't know that. I like her. She seems cool. Michiko Nushin says, your bond with your cat makes me want a pet so bad. To be honest, Fonzie's like my best friend. Like, Fonzie makes me laugh so hard. He cracks me up. Seriously. Look at him staring at me right now. Fonzie. Fonzie. Meow McGee. Meow meow. Fonzie. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Fonzie, come here. Come here. Come here. Yeah, come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Fonzie. Oh my God. You're being annoying. Come here. Okay, forget it. No. Fonzie. Come here. Come here. Come here. Okay, thank you. You want to be on camera so bad. Let's give him his camera time. This is Fonzie. Meow meow. Meow McGee. Fonzie said Cleopatra's still here. Sounds like he's saying no, right? What's Fonzie's zodiac sign? He's a Scorpio. Such a cute baby. Thank you. I would be too if I was a cat. Lights, camera, kitty. He don't listen. He's our child by ear. He doesn't listen at all. He listens when he wants to. Which is typically when there's no one around. When there's people around, he likes to show off. I don't know what that's about. Must be that Scorpio in him. Fonzie. Meow Mickey. Meow meow. Meow meow. Fonzie. 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 Oh, he's like a teenager. He is. Who are you talking to? Wait, yeah. I think that's what it is. He sees me like talking and being animated, and he's like, "What are you talking to? Who are you talking to?" I don't see another human around or another animal. So I think he gets jealous, to be honest with you. Don't you get jealous? Oh my God. Alright, you guys. Well, we have been on for 2 hours. I did not expect this to be 2 hours, child. Does anyone have any... Are you serious? Gonna just jump on the table? Really? Okay. Let's have another moment. Hold on. No, you want to jump on the table and just be so cute. Look. Oh, look at the cute baby. Oh, so cute. Aha. Okay. Okay, you need your claws clipped, buddy. Thank you. Bye. Alright. He's really talkative. Stop having fun without meow. Yeah, he talks a lot. No home training at all. Coming in for his cameo. Fonzie. Okay. Oh my god. Alright, you guys. Well, I don't know what happened to Lonnie Boy. Lonnie Boy sent a donation for a question and never got back to us. Well, we've made it 2 hours, so I guess I'll stay on for as long as my camera is about to die. Oh, you're here, Lonnie Boy. Finally, please ask your question, Lonnie Boy. Child, we thought you weren't here. Cleopatra did love cats. She did. Oh my god. Yeah. I actually read that she had a pet leopard or a pet like cheetah or something like that. I don't know if that's true. All right, Lonnie Boy, ask your question. While you ask your question, I'm gonna go blow my nose. Sorry. And then I'm gonna take another shot because I just feel like taking a shot. Don't judge me. I'll be right back. All right. Oh, you're at work, Lonnie? Child? Wait, did you donate, Magical Mermaid? Hold on. Alright, let's answer Lonnie's question. I recently redid my resume. Should I leave my current job? Oh, okay. And would I get paid more and be happier? Okay. Fonzie, why are we acting crazy at 3 a.m. right now? What's good, Miley? Alright. Oh, yeah. Thank you, Magical Mermaid. So, should Lonnie Boy leave their job and would they get paid more and be happier? Okay, let's cleanse the cards really quickly because we don't need the energy from the last reading mucking up this reading, okay? Thank you for cleansing and clearing the energy of this deck when you pass reading. Amen, amen, amen. So, should Lonnie Boy leave their current job, and if so, would they get paid more and be happier? Spirit, what can you tell us? Is it a good time for Lonnie Boy to leave their job? If they leave their job, will they get paid more? Will they be happier? Spirit, what can you tell us? Remember, you guys, if you guys want a live reading, it is $5 for one question, or I'm sorry, $25 for one question. And I do prefer PayPal, Cash App, Venmo. I do also accept Super Chat. Should Lonnie Boy quit their job? Will they be happier? What can you tell us, Spirit? The first card I get is the Moon card. So this is definitely signifying that you're questioning this. Come on, $5 special, right? You're questioning, like, should you, shouldn't you? You could be a little bit of a crossroads, to be honest with you, Lonnie. You know, the moon card is needing to trust your intuition and go with your gut at the end of the day. Alright? Fonzie. Do you need an exorcism? Jesus. He has the zoomies. Alright, I get the 9 of Cups for you, Lonnie. Nine of Cups is doing what you need to do for yourself, to be honest. Nine of Cups is, there's some things you've been thinking about, once again, considering. You haven't really told anyone, I feel like, at the current job you work at. So, but you know what's interesting? The Nine of Cups could be negotiation, actually. Lonnie Boy says, I make 6 figures, but this job has been very abusive to me. That makes sense. Yeah. You know, I wonder if you do decide to quit, if they would, like, give you, like, try to give you some sort of incentive to stay. Because 9 of Cups can be negotiation. I get the Death card, though. So the Death card is an ending. It's an ending of one thing and a new beginning into something else. So this definitely could be your job. Alright, you ending your job. Maybe after some careful consideration. Maybe after the 9 of Cups can also be moving in silence as well. Alright. So choosing based on money might not be the best decision, or he could ask for a raise. Yeah, you could ask for a raise, but I don't know if you really want to stay at this job. I get the 3 of Pentacles, which once again is like negotiation. New opportunities or other opportunities. And there's like 3 people in the card, so it kind of gives me the energy of like, I don't know if they would like try to renegotiate with you or try to like give you some incentive to stay, or if maybe that is something you want to consider, like Magical Mermaid said, you know, maybe consider trying to negotiate with them in some way, shape, or form if money is your like biggest thing. But I don't know, there's something internally going on here with the Moon card coming out and the 9 of Cups coming out. I feel like it's more than money, it's like more internal, like there's something internally you're struggling with, but you are on to something, Magical Mermaid. Sorry, the card fell, but we're gonna take it. Alright. I get the 6 of Pentacles for your next card. I feel like you should definitely see what's out there. I feel like you should see what's out there before you quit, though. Like, I don't know if I'm exactly saying, like, make sure you have something else lined up before you quit. I feel like see what else is out there, and what other opportunities are out there before you quit, if that makes sense. Because I feel like something else is out there with the Page of Pentacles coming out for you, but it's like, it could mean maybe you have to start from the bottom up, or it's something completely new, something completely different. Then Biz S1 says you look good. Thank you. I say save your money and move at a later time. Yeah. Yeah, because the last card I get is the 3 of Swords, so it's like, I think you just really dislike your job, to be honest, is the energy I'm getting. And it's almost like anything would be better than this. But with the 3 of Swords coming out, it's like, is anything going to be better than this? I think you need to be a bit more strategic. I think you definitely need to see what's out there before you quit. And maybe have something lined up before you quit, if possible. Alright? But with the Death card coming out, eventually, is it best for you to quit your job? I get a yes. Alright? It might be time to move on. You've outgrown it. It's time to evolve and grow into something else. This is all things associated with the Death card. Growth, evolution, change. So that's my answer to that. Does that make sense, Lonnie? Let's see the number of the Death card. What is the Death card? The Death card is also a 10, 11, 12, 13. It's a 13 card, so maybe within 13 days, 13 weeks, 13 months. Maybe you either give yourself this time frame, or there's something about these time frames. Alright? You can use info and potential new positions to negotiate your pay. Exactly. Might be able to start a business. Right, exactly. Alright, you guys, my camera's about to die, so I need to change the battery real quick. It says camera battery very low, which means it's about to die. So let me change my camera battery. I'll be right back, and we'll take another shot, another shot, another shot. One shot, just not another shot and another shot and another shot. All right. Yes, thank you. I've started to submit other jobs. Yes, Lonnie, you're heading in the right direction. All right. Let me change this battery, and I'll be right back. Oh wait, how do I? Okay, sorry. I was like, I've had too many shots. All right, give me a second. Yes, always focus on the bag. Alright, you guys, the camera's connecting. Give me a couple seconds. Alright, we're connecting. We're here. Okay, I think that's good. In terms of the focus. I feel like it could be a bit more focused, actually. Hold on. Yeah, that's better, I think. Alright, you guys, as we wait for our host in production, please smash the like button. Yes, make sure you guys like the like button. This has been a while since we've been on for 2 hours, you guys. And the fact that it is Saturday, though. The fact that we're on, and it's almost 4 a.m. here in Virginia, and I still have to post episode 7 of RuPaul's Drag Race. And I still have to watch episode 8 and take notes. Ciao. I'm not going to sleep tonight. Well, it's a good thing I took a nap earlier, so I think I'll be able to make it. But these are all my notes for episode 7. And I'm going to watch episode 8 after I record episode 7 review. So that will be coming out in a few hours, most likely. I'm so surprised so many of you came on live, but whenever I come on live, especially late at night, I'm always like, only a few people will come on, that's fine. Because, you know, to me, it's like doing a regular video. You know, like, whenever I come live, it's like I'm just doing a regular video, you know, but, like, the best part is I get to talk to you all. It's, like, actually an interaction and engagement. But I don't count on that all the time. I don't always count on the engagement or interaction, even though I know I should, I guess, because I'm at almost 60,000, 60K. But it's, I don't know. It's like I never expect, you know. I don't have high expectations, you know. Is that bad? The only high expectations I have are of myself. And of anyone I'm doing business with as well, actually. Let me rephrase that. And someone I'm dating. I do have high expectations of someone I'm dating. Or married to. So I guess I do have high expectations. Never mind. I love your late night live sessions. I know, me too. I love your lives. There's such great energy in here. Thank you, Lord Expectations. Oh, okay. Fixed sign like me. Oh, you're a Leo, Lonnie. That makes sense. Queen Tesla says, shout out to Cleopatra. Love the engagement. It makes it personal. Yes. Yes, thank you, Cleopatra, for coming through and giving us insight and wisdom and clarity. And you know what? I think before we sign off, I think I want a last message from Cleopatra. She's been really quiet this live, to be honest. But we're kind of turning up Cleopatra right now, so you can turn up with us. So let's just take one more shot before we sign off. Alright. By the way, if anyone has any last minute questions, you guys can once again donate. It is $25. I'm glad we got to answer Lonnie's question. It is $25 for one question. I do prefer PayPal, Cash App, and Venmo. I do also accept Super Chat. I'm also available for personal readings on my website, lamarrtownsendtarot.com. Alright? Yes, I hope she helps my channel. I hope so too. I sent a Cash App. Can I ask a question? Yes. I didn't know you sent a Cash App. Where did you send your Cash App to? Because the only Cash App I got was from Lonnie Boy. Well, this was a crazy read tonight. It was very crazy. Lots of juicy tea spilled, honey. And not with Cleopatra coming through. We love it, but I just thought that was interesting. Because she doesn't always come through. She picks and chooses when she wants to come through. I love that. We need to ask why Cleopatra's obelisk is in the courtyard of the Vatican. Hashtag $Lamarr Townsend. I didn't get it. Did you send it to the right place? About 5 minutes ago? Did you send it to the right one? Because there's no A at the end of Townsend. I didn't get a Cash App. I only have a Cash App from Lonnie Boy. So, hold on. You guys are talking about the obelisks? Cleopatra's obelisk. The A was a mistake. Stolen there. They took those obelisks from Egypt, stolen there all over Rome. In the courtyard. You guys remember when she talked about the Vatican she talked about the Vatican a couple weeks ago. Courtyard of the Vatican. Do you guys remember that live stream? I don't remember what video it was. But she literally talked about the Vatican. We had a whole live stream about the Vatican. The A was a mistake. Yeah, I still didn't get I don't know, I still didn't get a Cash App. You might want to make sure you sent it to the right person. Because my picture should show up. My logo should show up. It's the one with me and the hand and the glove. It had your pick in the black hat. I still did not get your... I don't have a donation from Shantae Alex. I don't know who you sent it to. I don't have one from you. I'm sorry. I didn't receive a donation. Maybe try resending it, but yeah, I can't show you the screen, unfortunately, because it would expose other people's information, but I only have one donation. So. Alright, you guys, well, let me take this shot. Last shot of the night. By the way, these shots are really small. It says Shantae in the notes. That's not my Cash App name. I still don't have it. At 2:21, I never received it. I promise you I never received it. It did not go through. Yeah, it did not go through. Maybe call your bank or something like that, but I didn't receive it. Sorry about that. Time will tell. So, I'll stay on for a little bit longer. How long have we been on? 2 hours and 19 minutes. We'll make this maybe an even, 2 hour and 30 minute video. We may go through it 3 hours. I'm not promising it, but I just want to see what last messages Cleopatra has for us. Not focusing on Aries fears, not focusing on child abuse or anything like that. I just want some other, just general messages. So Cleopatra, if you're still here, which I feel like you're still here, what things would you like to say to us? What things would you like us to know in terms of overall topics? She says, speaking of the Vatican, she says, we've talked about this before. The Vatican is a warehouse or a storehouse for all things historical, all things artifactual, she says. Under the guise that they're safer there in a holy place than anywhere else. No one will touch the Vatican, kind of thing. It's like that kind of thing. She's also giving me the energy that the Vatican commissions certain things, or almost similar to how not exactly, but almost similar to how Ripley's Believe It or Not purchased Marilyn Monroe's dress, and it is now on display at Ripley's Believe It or Not. Marilyn Monroe's dress from Marilyn Monroe had absolutely nothing to do with Ripley's Believe It or Not, but it's just kind of how business goes. Like, that's kind of the energy she's giving me about, like, the Vatican and the obelisks. She's also saying the Vatican, like, commissioned certain, like, architects. This is alleged, but, like, there's something about, like, I feel like the Vatican, like, it's almost like governmental. Like, that's the energy I get, like governmental. It's like they'll commission people to go on voyages, and if you find it, bring it back to the Vatican. We'll give you a piece of the cut, and we'll keep the rest, kind of thing. Like, that's how I feel the Vatican can be. It's like its own government entity, or it's like its own entity. She's kind of saying it because of laws or something like that, or something dealing with, like, you know how in America, like, churches are not taxed, allegedly, or something like that? Like, it's kind of like that, where it's like they can get away with it because they're not taxed, or they're not investigated. Like, there's something with that. But Cleopatra's, like, saying they have a lot of artifacts, not just of hers, but of, like, going back to, like, beyond her, to be honest. She's saying, like, they have artifacts from Egypt, from, I feel like she's saying the dynastic time. The dynastic time. Dynastic time. Dynastic time of ancient Egypt. Let me look that up real quick. Dynastic. Ancient Egypt. Dynasty, ancient Egypt. First dynasty of Egypt. The first dynasty of ancient Egypt, Dynasty 1, covers the first series of Egyptian kings to rule over a unified Egypt. It immediately follows the unification of Upper and Lower Egypt, possibly by Lamarr, and marks the beginning of the early dynastic period. Interesting. A time at which power was centered at Thinis. So what Cleopatra's telling me is they have artifacts dating back to, like, around this time, the first dynasty, allegedly. They have so many Egyptian artifacts. The Vatican is its own sovereign land. They are not technically part of Rome, Italy. Interesting. That's what I got. Like District of Columbia and Finance District in London, they have their own laws. Exactly. And I'm like 30 minutes from DC. DC is definitely its own entity. Egypt has some of the best architects, philosophers, and mathematicians in the world at the time. That's true, yeah, at that time. The Greeks and Romans came to learn from them. That's very true. They had also the largest library. She's saying, as a result of the Vatican having a lot of these artifacts, there's obviously a lot of spiritual activity that happens at the Vatican. She's kind of going, that's why there's sometimes fires that happen. People suffering from mental illness, cooks or something like that, or like people who regularly work in the Vatican, you know, estate, whatever you want to call it. People being hired and fired, people mysteriously disappearing. Like, these are the ins and outs of the Vatican, she's saying. She's saying it's also a way to divert attention from other things. Having all these artifacts, it's like, you know, don't pay attention to the fact that we're maybe also abusing maybe young, you know, children or whatever. You know, look at this obelisk we have from Cleopatra. It's like that kind of thing she's giving me. But, you know, she always gives me this energy where there's like a whole different like side to the Vatican. That's like almost like a bit more darker, ritualistic, sacrificial, yes, of fairy waters. Like, there's something with that too, where their hands aren't clean. Like, and I always feel like there's like trap doors in the Vatican or something like that. Like, have you ever seen a movie like, you know, where there's a lot of trap doors? Like, the one movie I can think of is Scream 3. Remember how like they had all those trap doors in the Hollywood mansion that they were in? Like, there's something like that. I don't know why I see skulls. Like, skulls of, like, I don't know if this is of children or people or something like that. But I see like a room of skulls or something like that. Could also be animal skulls, something like that too. So she's saying the Vatican is very ritualistic. There are certain things that go on there. Once again, she says dealing with blood, sacrifice, rituals that could be seen as demonic, she says. It's not what you would expect of the Vatican. Everything that happens behind closed doors, secret rooms, exactly, fairy waters. Yes, it's like a tower of dark power, Luciferian, right. Cleopatra says, much like Hollywood, the Vatican has made a business of abuse in some way, allegedly. By the way, this is all alleged for entertainment YouTube purposes only, okay? So she's saying that this is why you don't need religion in this day and age. And she's like saying, you know, not saying you don't need religion, you know, but to those who are religious, but like, she's saying there's a reason why religion is being exposed in this day and age for what it is. It's a business. She says it's always been a business. She's like, back in my day in ancient Egypt, the priests, the priestesses always found ways to make extra money, you know, or always found ways to, you know, find someone who needed healing. Like, she's saying this has been going on since the eons of time. Scammers, you know, things like that. She's like, where do you think they learned this from? They learned this from the history books. They learned it from the ancient times. She's saying a lot of them are repeating ancient customs. She's saying, but what worked in ancient times doesn't work in a modern world. She keeps showing me like sacrificing too. Just as I said that, the air turned on. Confirmation. We have it within. We have the power to connect to the divine. Exactly, Frey Waters. So she's saying hold on to your spirit and hold on to your soul. She says, for it is very valuable in this world that you live in. She says it's not ironic that Beyonce came out with that song, Break My Soul. She says obviously Beyonce's tapped in. She kind of goes, it's so stupid and trivial, isn't it? Like how she can only say certain things or give a little bit in the song. You won't break my soul, I'm telling everybody. Cleopatra's going like, what are you going to tell? Who are you going to tell? What exactly are you saying? She's like, this is like Cleopatra, like, what exactly is she saying? She's saying, Cleopatra's saying, obviously she's speaking to the powers that be, the public. So she goes, when they say sell your soul, they don't mean actually sell your soul. You can't sell your soul. Your soul is something that can't be bought or sold, basically. But what is ingrained in your soul, she says, is your talents, your skills, your values, your morals, your life purpose, your past lives. All these things are ingrained in your soul. So when you sell your soul, you sell all these things to other people to therefore take advantage of and use for their own purposes. So she's kind of looking at me and she's like, Tiffany Haddish sold her soul. Aries Spears sold his soul. She's like looking at the camera, she's like, are you going to sell yours? Are you going to sell your soul to the job you work or the situation you live in? Or she's like, does your soul really belong to you? Do your talents, your skills, your moral values, your moral compass, do all those things belong to you? Because she's saying those are what you take with you into the afterlife. Your soul. And all things imprinted on it. Or within it. Good or bad, she says. So she says, don't give access to your soul to people so easily. This is why celebrities and these musicians and child stars continue to crumble, because they don't understand the concept of soul and spirit and what they're giving up. She says it like this. Cleopatra says it like this. They're stepping into the role or position of being a king or queen without the proper education. Now, you know, Cleopatra had the education to become the queen she became, which is why she was able to maintain, you know, her queendom in the ancient times back then. You know, like who knows what it, if it's this bad now, who knows what it was like back then, right? But there are some, she's like, what you're saying to me is like, Cleopatra understood to some degree the concept of, no, this is my soul and my spirit, and I know what I'm capable of, I know who I am, and I'm not letting anyone take that away from me. Like, there's something about that, you know? So she's like, people prey on the weak. The weak are who don't understand their souls, or their soul's purpose, their life purpose, their talents. When you're weak, you're seen as someone whose soul could be easily taken advantage of, or spirit can be easily taken advantage of. So she's like, true strength doesn't come from brawn, you know, or like anything like that. It comes from your soul. And then she kind of goes back. She starts singing, you won't break my soul, you won't break my soul. They make you believe you are separated from your spirit, exactly. Without the education, they can control your power, fame, exactly. I will not be regarded as cattle, right? Manipulate you, exactly, yeah. Cleopatra, we've been going so long. I can't believe how long we've been going. How many people are still on here? 39 people. Thank you all for liking the video. Make sure you like the video. We're going to wrap up here soon. Chills, I felt her staring at the camera. Yeah, she's like right here. She's right here off to the side. I love when Cleopatra visits. Me too. So she's like saying, in conclusion, Aries Spears and she's like, what's her name again? What's her name again? She called her Jessica. Child, you got me forgetting her name. Aries Spears and Tiffany Haddish. Yes. She's like, yes, them. In conclusion, she says, the lesson here is to be the soul driver, she says. Be the sole person in control of your soul. Be the soul as an S-O-L-E, person in control of your soul as an S-O-U-L. Alright? Just as you're the sole S-O-L-E person in control of your destiny, the sole S-O-L-E person in control of your, finances and your legacy, and what you leave behind for those who your descendants. Just as you're the sole person in control of all of that, you're the sole person, S-O-L-E, person in control of your soul. All right. Yes, I am the sole person in control of my soul. She says, once you understand that concept, no one really can break your soul. She keeps giving me the energy like a lot of you, like there's something with a lot of you in your jobs where like you're working jobs that like is making you feel soulless. And she kind of is like, you're the one in control of your soul. She kind of goes, Lonnie. She's like, Lonnie, didn't Lonnie ask a question about this? She's like, remember this. You're the one in control. You're the sole person in control of your soul. She says, this is what they don't want you to believe or understand. That you are the sole person in control of your soul. And no one can take that away from you. And they get angry when people realize that. This is what happens to celebrities. The celebrities wake up and realize they're the ones in control, and then, the powers that be get angry. Same thing with your boss. You realize you're in control, your boss gets angry and starts acting like a douchebag or whatever. Happens every day. Is the physical realm of matrix of sorts? What exactly is the true nature of reality? Okay, Patrick, what do you have to say about this? She says the true purpose of reality is to learn and grow soul wise, spiritually wise. The physical realm, is it a matrix? She says kind of, but not in the way you think. It's a... She says it like this. She says it's a matrix of cause and effect. Think like the butterfly effect, like that kind of energy, like that's what she's giving me. It's a matrix of cause and effect is what she says. Alright, Cleopatra, we've been on for 2 hours and 40 minutes. I still have to post other content, and it is almost 4 a.m. here. What last message do you have for the people? And we're going to sign off. She says, I love you. You'll see me soon. And she looks at me, you know, like, you know, you'll see me soon. Or you'll hear from me soon. She says, if you want to hear from me more, you know, visit my Patreon, Lamarr Townsend. She says you'll also be hearing from me on a more worldwide, larger scale soon as well. She says you'll know I'm here. You'll know I'm real. In the spirit. Keep a lookout, she says. Lord Expectation says, I recently heard someone say that there is no separation between the spiritual and physical realm, that they are one and the same. I could see that. I think there is a separation, but I think there is an effect of they're one and the same too. I could see that. Alright, you guys. Well, it's been 2 hours and 42 minutes, and I'm tired, and I don't want to get too tired to the point that I can't film these videos of RuPaul's Drag Race. So, I love you all. Alright. How about a Megan Thee Stallion reading? Sure. I don't know what she's up to lately, but I'll write her down. This was a super long reading, but thank you all for being here. Once again, I am New Cleopatra. I am your resident psychic, drag queen, and host of the late night show on Lamarr Townsend Tarot. Alright? New Cleopatra and Cleopatra, what a wonderful evening. Yes, thank you all for being here. I will see you over on Lamar's second channel in a few. I'm going to be posting, once again, episode 7 of RuPaul's Drag Race Review and episode 8. So I will see you guys soon. Thank you all for being here. I hope you guys enjoyed the live stream. And thank you all for being here. Thank you, Cleopatra, for being here. As always, we send you back with love and light. And thank you for your wisdom, as always, and kindness. Thank you for your stunning presence, New Cleopatra. Thank you. I love you all. I will see you in the next video. Love and light. Enjoy the rest of your night. And enjoy your weekend. The weekend's just starting, you guys, okay? See you later. I'll see you in your own personal reading, or I'll see you soon. Either way, I will see you nonetheless. And remember, if you want a personal reading, text me, call me at 703-791-9162, or just visit my website. Bye, you guys.